All right. You got the peanut butter and jelly, bro. This is the best podcast ever, bro. Peanut PB and J, bro. Real Memphis hospitality. Y'all see this?
You see that?
I'm a real. That's my favorite, bro. We in the house. We is in the house. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing
And
like
it got the right look consistency, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
The right amount of peanut butter, the right amount of jelly. We in there.
Welcome to the Mobile Mystery Podcast. We got my girl LaShaq, Big Memphis in the house, representing that Tennessee. What?
Y'all already know what it is.
So we here to just talk about what is life like here in LA. We coming straight from Memphis. Being in LA, how long you been in LA?
Since March 2025.
Wow. And you doing it big like this?
Chill.
You doing it big like this?
Hey,
and you
hype
been
me
here
up, hype me
less
up.
than a year?
Hype me up, yeah.
Let's go!
Hey, listen, Memphis. If you one thing you're gonna get from being from Memphis is grit and grind. Like we all hustle and we all hustle hard. We know that also well. So I credit that to my city for sure.
Wow, I am impressed. I am impressed. So being that you've been out here since March,
yeah,
how easy has it been to transition and navigate LA coming from Memphis?
You know what? I think that it's been easy only because I think Memphis has been like my superpower. Like being from Memphis, because we literally have to learn how to maneuver and what people call now these days finesse. You know what I mean? Like not in a way of like scamming or scheming, but in a way of like being able to be versatile, being able to switch it up, being able to, you know, adapt to any situation, any room, in order for you to still win. Because that's really like for most of us from Memphis, like that's the only way you're gonna win. We're not really set up to win. So you have to learn how to finesse, how to maneuver, how to use, you know, all of your resources or all of that you have naturally to create a win for yourself. So that has really been my superpower here in LA, because a lot of the people that are from here, they have access to all of these things all the time. They've had access to this their whole life. You know, they might have lived around the corner from a superstar. They might see them all the time at their grocery, at Simply Wholesome or at whatever, you know, so it's so close to them that they don't have that same like hustle to go after it like that, because they see it as attainable. But being from Memphis, it's not much, you know, not saying that we don't have things to be proud of, but we're not walking up the street and running into Loretta Devine. You know, we're not running into Will Smith. We're not at the mall and seeing Rihanna. You know, that's not happening. And when people that have made it from Memphis do come back, we be excited. You know what I'm saying? People in LA don't even be excited when they see superstars or whatever, because they have so much access to that type of stuff. So they don't have the same feeling, the same drive, the same hustle. And that has been what has set me aside from everybody else, because I still have Memphis mentality. Like I'm outside of Memphis, but Memphis is still inside of me.
Right,
so that's what's been the best part about being in LA, is being from Memphis. Honestly, it's been the best tool that I have.
I love that. Memphis has a different level, a different drive, a different ambition, a different hustle, and a different type of Southern hospitality that you don't get everywhere. And Memphis is with the shit, you know what I'm saying? M-Town, I live in Ranges, so North.
I tell them, like, you know, I went from Hollywood to Hollywood. For those of y'all that's in Memphis, especially North Memphis, y'all already know we got Hollywood. And so our Hollywood is totally different from this Hollywood, but that's how it is in my mind. Like, I'm literally going from Hollywood to Hollywood. It's just been one of my driving forces too. Like, you know, just put it on. I got to put it on for like my city, because like she said, even, you know, at different, wherever you meet somebody from Memphis, like it's really our duty to represent us. You know, so when people meet me, I'm definitely thinking about that at the same time. Like I want them to remember this, and remember that it's Memphis. This is what you felt right now. You feeling Memphis, real Memphis right now. That's what you feeling, and that's what you gonna remember. And I got people in LA that don't even. I don't think they know my name. They just call me Memphis. Like that's it. You know what I mean? So, that's been my superpower, honestly. And like you said too, the hospitality. Like it's. I mean, I always say it's the most beautiful land in the world. But of course, I'm biased, but I still say that also because when people meet me and other people from Memphis, they always have good reviews. No matter what people say on the news or this or that. In personal experience, I have never had somebody tell me they met somebody from Memphis and it was just the worst thing ever, or it was negative or something like that. So we have some of the best hospitality in the world. So much art, so much creativity.
Yes.
I mean, it's a hub for just greatness, honestly.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I would definitely say Memphis was the birth of me truly tapping into my creativity. I came from theater in Memphis. Shout out to Hattie Lou Theater.
Yeah, I love it.
And I tell people all the time, Memphis has the soil is so rich in culture and art and creativity that nobody from Memphis is like from anywhere else. No one compares to the dynamic of Memphis culture and just how people represent themselves and represent and put on for the city. So I am so grateful to have met a fellow Memphian, although I'm a transplant. But you know, so it's a lot going on in Memphis with
It's a lot going on. Like Right now, we have such a huge crisis of like our natural resources, our water, our air, because the Elon, he basically, but beneath everyone's nose, created a super center there for AI and all of these little AI computers people use to make themselves look like an astronaut, make yourself, look sexy for your birthday picture, or it's crazy the things that people are doing with it, or even just asking ChatGPT like to make them a grocery list. There's simple things that we couldn't do before that people are doing, but a lot of people don't know that stuff is not free. It's coming at a cost. And Memphis is one of the cities that's paying that cost right now. And it's a beginning. So even though it's in Memphis right now, it won't just stop at Memphis and it be the end, because right now they're already running out of water to cool down the machines that make the AI possible. And also with them trying to cool it off, it sends off this really huge, nasty, dark fume into the air. It smells horrible. It's people can't breathe. The air quality is so low. People have to wear masks. They can't drink the water anymore. I mean, it's terrible. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. But I think I have a responsibility as a Memphian to bring awareness to that. Like, you still look the same. Like, even it's not worth you trying to make yourself look like another person. It's not worth trying to see what you look like in the 70s. Look at your grandma. Look at your grandpa. You know what I mean? Like, that is not worth killing Memphis. ChatGPT making you a grocery list that you could have made yourself. It's not worth killing Memphis over. You know what I mean? And I say that, people say it sounds harsh to say, or it just takes people, off, guard when I say it, and I say AI is killing Memphis, because it sounds so harsh. But that is really the reality, is that AI is killing Memphis. We have natural aquifers in Memphis that supply our water and have done that for decades, and which has made us one of the rarest natural water sources in America, and some of the best water in America. And now that's been taken from us and stripped from us, which is one of our pieces of gold. Like when you think of natural resources in like Africa, gold mines or diamond mines or whatever, that it was our natural resource. That was one of our gold gems, literally sacred water. And it's been taken from us and destroyed for the cost of greed, and nobody has signed off on this. It's also being illegally done. Let me add that as well. That's been illegally done, and we're being another black community that's being killed off for rich agenda of the 1%.
And they do, like I said, it's sacred soil, sacred water, and so many people are being affected by this AI takeover, by this stealing of a community and stealing of an essence, and it's affecting people in such a impactful way, but it's also not being talked about. It's not being shared. It's not being discussed outside of the people who are being affected by it. You don't hear about none of this. The only time I've ever heard about any of this was from my friends who are still in Memphis. And so it's like, but you don't see that on the news. You don't see Trump talking about it. You don't see, but everybody got a Tesla, everybody, like you said, using ChatGPT. So it's just really detrimental to the people who are still in the community, but also just knowing that God is still going to be God, and things that need to be done properly will find themselves back into alignment. So we appreciate that, the fact that you were sitting as an advocate, as myself, and others who are going to continue to work against the things that is not going to serve us in the long run, because it is having a detrimental impact. It is killing our resources and having a negative effect on everyone. So
it's our responsibility. God is God, and we are, merely soldiers in his army, and it's our job to, put on that armor and meet him halfway. So I can't go and clean the air myself just as one person, but I can spread the word. I can make awareness. If you can do that, then you will also be joining us as well. And I also can choose not to participate in unnecessary, AI shenanigans. You know what I mean? At the detriment of a whole community. And like I said too, like, it won't stop there, because already that those computers that is killing Memphis aren't enough to sustain the whole country and the mass amount of people that are using it. So they're gonna have to keep opening them different places. So we just gotta spread the word right now. We gotta be diligent about what we're doing. So
and low key, so we about to raise some money, go blow that bitch up.
Some people.
But we got the smoke. You feel me?
We trying to get rid of the smoke. We're trying to get rid of the smoke.
Get rid of the smoke, man.
Yeah.
But speaking of AI, you are a fellow comedian out here in LA streets, So how do you feel when it comes to just being authentic in your craft, authentic in the works that you do? AI may be having an impact on creativity.
You know what? I'm a type of person that I feel like I can't, and no one else can stop what God has for me. Period. Whatever is happening, however it's happening. Nobody can stop that part as long as I stay in alignment and do my part and stay balanced and meet God where I'm supposed to meet God at. then none of the outside things can really stop what I have going on. Maybe there are some people that, you know, maybe using this or that, you know, but because I mean, we got like AI singers now, you know, they're getting record deals and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's not gonna stop Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like,
she might be using AI.
You know what I mean? But even if, you know, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always, I feel like the cream of the crop is still gonna rise to the top every time. I'm an optimist in that way, that I do believe that what's for me is gonna be for me, and I can't even stop what's for me. Like, I really believe that. Like, I can't even stop what God has for me. Like, I can't even stop it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do to even mess that up, because it's not for me. It's really for God's glory. So I can't even mess that up. You know what I mean? So I never get intimidated by what anybody else is doing or how anybody else is doing it. But I also am a person that, because, and I will credit this to being from Memphis as well, and also to like going to college and, you know, pledging a sorority, like, it's important to me to operate in deference, which means, like, you know, having reverence for the people that have come before me and their process and the way of doing things and getting the craft even to where it is, and to honor that by going through, you know, similar practice to make the craft even better. You know what I mean? To do it in a way that they would be proud of. And I have some pretty great, like, you know, top fives, like, you know, Bernie Mac, you know, Cat Williams, you know, these are people that made it to where they were by being authentically themselves and really being blessed by God because of it. And so that's the way that I operate, in the way that I move in the comedy world right now. Like, I want to do it from a place of being authentically me, for myself, and working that way. Because, you know, right now we have so many different like areas of comedians. You got the social media comedians, you got the skits, and you got people that just are on YouTube and people think are funny. People do food reviews and people laugh and then they become comedians. But I am a student of stand-up comics, and so that is the process in which that I want to be made and burned and sanded into who I am as a comedian, is going through the stand-up. Of course, there will be things that I use from social media and stuff like that, you know, it's kind of like a part of the game now, where if you don't have a social media page, it's kind of hard to be anybody. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have to have a social presence. Like, so I definitely want to implement that as well. But as far as the foundation, I definitely want to still be the same, as far as going through the ranks. And I think that it's important to me to have the respect of the people that have come before me and the people that I work with, and to be able to be a person that the people that come after me will respect as well. And I think of things like that in the fullness.
So how easy has it been for you to navigate the comedy scene since you only been here since March? You know, in LA, being from Memphis, and you have a very infectious personality.
Oh, thank you so much. I receive it. Easy is a crazy word to use. Easy is a crazy word, and my mom used to tell us all the time growing up, like, the whole point is to make it look easy. You know what I mean? So nothing I have done so far has been easy. Nothing has been easy. But I hope that I'm doing a good job of making it look like I'm doing it with ease. But nothing has been easy. I mean, when I first got here, I went to a comedy show at Walk Good LA, and James Davis was there, and there's a few comedians there that I actually love. Kaylee was there, like a bunch of and black comedians also that I actually admire. But after the show, James Davis, I got a second with him, and I wanted a second with him specifically because he is from LA. And I asked him, like, you know, what would you say that I should do because I'm a transplant here? What would you say is the things that my first steps should be? And he said, just go hit every mic that you possibly can, find out where they are, and do all of them as many times as you can, and keep working. Like, you know, if you bomb or if you don't get a laugh or whatever, scratch that, do another one, like, you know, and just work it. Because right now, because that was the beginning, this year is the beginning of my comedian career. So this is the very beginning. I've been told, like, I've done a few things here and there, and I've been told, you know, yeah, you should be a comedian. I mean, I won like most comical in high school, and I think one time in college, Wild 'N Out came to my campus, and Darren, who does Wild 'N Out, he has the locks and everything. He was one of the people that was on the cast, and I was chosen by my school to be on the Wild 'N Out with him. And I did, and afterwards he was like, "You're really great. Like, you should actually do this." And so he was like telling me about, oh, they got Wild 'N Out trials or this or that. But I was like, if I tell my parents like school, I'm gonna leave school and go do Wild 'N Out, like they gonna be like, you tripping?
They gonna wild out.
Yeah, they gonna be like, you fucking tripping. Which I don't feel like they would have been, but I was projecting that. Maybe fear also just wasn't the time. But when I got here and he told me that, I did just that. Like I took his advice, and I went and I found every mic that I could in LA, and I just been rocking out, doing them, meeting producers, networking, and you know, they've been putting me up, and really a lot of people taking a chance on me based on what they have seen from first interactions. And I just thank God that, you know, he blessed me in a way to cover me with grace that it can carry me, you know what I mean, in that way. So it surprises a lot of people when I say that I just started, you know, comedy. I moved here this year and I just started this year. Like I started in May, and that it's become what it is right now. I'm very proud of it. I started my social media. I went to go see Beyonce in Houston. I love Beyonce. I'm definitely a Beehive fan, so I'm one of those. I'm one of those. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it, but I'm one of those.
Be proud.
I went to see her, and my sister lives in Houston, and I was telling her about all the stuff that I had done since I had been in LA. I was telling her, she was just like, why don't you have any of this stuff? Like, none of this stuff is on your social media. None of this stuff is on whatever. Like, you telling me that's cool, but like, why are you not telling nobody about this? Like, this is cool stuff. So she actually inspired me to start my Instagram and post everything that's going on. And I've been having my Instagram since July or the very last week of June or something like that. Yeah. And I've made it past 800 followers. So
wow,
I'm super proud of that.
Yeah, and those followers are important. So everyone counts. So in closing, what would you give to the person viewing this video that would continue to not only just speaking to them, but speaking to yourself? What would you say to a person who is wanting to, like how you was pushed to say, just get out here, hit every mic? What would you tell that person to keep them motivated, or to just to spark up that creativity within them and that drive to just go for it?
You know, Misty, is really as simple as that. Just go for it. I mean, if you need motivation, you lost. If you need somebody to push you, if you need somebody to, you know, speak into your ear or whatever, like, you off track. You know what I mean? Listen to yourself. You know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. Get to it.
That was deep. Thank you. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. You know, that really hit a nail on the head, because, you know, I shared some things with you earlier, and I have a lot of motivation, but sometimes I just be like, I don't feel like it.
If you wait for the motivation, it's just like, somebody told me that, I saw a video about the gym, and it was just like, going to the gym is just not one of those things you can just kind of talk yourself and be like, you really just gotta go. So, you know, just go, just do it. Just do it.
Just do it. Be like Nike and just do it.
Make it happen.
Do it. And
start
don't be
walking.
out here doing the nasty.
Start
do
walking.
your motivational things you want to do.
Grit and grind, grit and grind, grit and grind.
Thank y'all for tuning in. M-Town in the building.
Memphis, the most beautiful land in the world.
Most beautiful land in the world. The free Kirk. You feel me?
Kirby, no Kirby.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Mobile Mysteries Podcast. We see y'all next time.
Stop smoking.
When I pass it to her, she pass it to me. And I pass it back. When I pass it to her, she pass it to me.